In each of us, there burns the soul of a podcaster. In every generation, a few are chosen to prove it. Long ago, that fate compelled two friends to watch and discuss every piece of Mortal Kombat media they could find. Now, Corey and Neil must join forces to rewatch every episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest in a new way.
MK Podquest.
Commentaries.
Final Neil has to think about his entire life before he claps to sing the podcast. It's an extra 5 seconds before.
Yeah. I was thinking
about the sentence, Dewey Cox needs to think about his entire life is so funny.
that movie's good, dude. You've seen that movie, right?
Yeah. Obviously.
I haven't seen it since probably, I don't think I saw it in theaters. I'm pretty sure I rented it, or illegally downloaded a DVD rip or one of those things.
Watched it on UMD.
Yeah, Dewey Cox was funny when I saw it. And I remember people hating it. Do you remember people hating that movie?
Dewey Cox?
Yeah.
I don't remember people hating it, probably because I was 10 when it came out.
So right.
So I wasn't really keeping up with criticism of movies.
You were just hardcore into it. You just loved it.
It was, I remember thinking it was funny when I saw it the first time, and I think I've seen it only twice, but it's got some good bits in it. I'll tell you that for free.
You've seen Talladega Nights, obviously, being that you're a big race car fan.
I watched NASCAR growing up. I had to watch that.
I have never seen Talladega Nights.
Bro.
Never seen it.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to say, as of my last viewing of it, whenever that was, I remembered it being funny. I don't know how it's aged.
2 or 3 weeks ago, probably.
Nope, not quite. I don't think I could even tell you when it was, but...
You seen Days of Thunder?
Actually, no.
Oh, dude, you got to see Days of Thunder.
Was that Tony Scott?
Tony Scott. No, he didn't direct it.
Did he not?
He might have.
You said that with such certainty, and then we're just like, nah.
Well,
Fuck you.
No, I know he did Top Gun, but I didn't know he did Days of Thunder also.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. No wonder it's amazing. No wonder it's also an amazing movie.
It's Top Gun with cars.
I have not seen the new Top Gun. No spoilers.
Oh my God, the new Top Gun is so fucking good.
That's all I've heard. I've heard it's really good. I haven't seen it yet. But it's just, anyway, I bring up Days of Thunder because when Talladega Nights came out, I was like, hey, John C. Reilly. He was in Days of Thunder. That was my touchstone for John C. Reilly.
He's in
when
Days of
Talladega
Thunder?
Nights came out. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he's Buck Bretherton. I'm looking at the IMDb. I didn't just pull that. I didn't just know John C. Reilly's minor character from Days of Thunder. But yeah.
He plays one of the tires.
He's when there's a scene where they have to do change the tires out at a pit stop, and the jack is broken and he just gets under there and just bench presses the car up so they can change all the tires.
Yeah. Instead of having a jackman, you just have John C. Reilly, just one of them.
Mm-hmm. Why do I feel like I might have accidentally said a joke from Talladega Nights as a Days of Thunder's reference? That feels like the kind of jokes that are in Talladega Nights.
Nobody deadlifts a car or bench
Nobody
presses
does.
a car. No.
Yeah, not really a deadlift. He'd be laying down. All right, well, I'm just curious. Okay, so you're not a GTA guy.
Not really, no.
Not a Greater Toronto area guy.
Shots fired.
What about a Saints Row? Less a Saints Row person.
I found by the time they started thinking those games needed to be funny, I found that really annoying.
Yeah, man. I just let me get right into this shit, right? You have to spend 45 minutes going through on the rails tutorials and cutscenes and shit like that. Just let me play the fucking game. Just let me get in the car and drive around.
I'm literally 12 when this game comes out, and even I can only laugh at a big dildo bat for so long.
There is a diminishing return on dildo bats for sure. Or
dildo bats sounds like the name of a really famous baseball player from the 1890s.
Naked, base jumping. That was a big thing.
Sure. Also in the 1890s.
In the Saints Row games, also a famous baseball player, naked base jumper.
I bet you'll never guess what he did.
I don't know. I got nothing. Do you want to get into this episode?
Sure.
I mean, if you got more to say, we got
not
more
about that.
About anything.
Not about that.
How you been? We should just check in, man. It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
You've had a rough few weeks.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how far back you want to go, because I had COVID for about 10 days, but that was at the beginning of May. So do we really
Right.
want to moan about that still? Kind of
Well,
lame, right?
I mean, the listeners, we did 2 episodes since then, since the beginning of May. You and I
Yeah.
recorded 2 things together.
Yeah, because then, well, I guess the next biggest thing was I didn't have power for about a week
Yeah.
on account of a deadly and terrible storm ripping through the place that I live. So that was just sort of a week I spent going to work and then going to a house with no amenities and occasionally going to my friends' houses so I could like shower with warm water and charge a thing. So that was a fun week.
Yeah, man. Oof.
And that also meant no podcasting. Well, not entirely. It meant that it was very hard for us to do this.
Yes, since it's a remote situation here.
Yeah, they made another one, had been a remote situation the entire time we had ever done it.
Yeah.
Until about a week and a half ago, because I ended up going to Liam's house to watch the movie because I did not have internet at home, obviously. And then I have a recording setup that can run on batteries that I bought from actually Ben Meckler. And
Sure.
We brought it over to my house with no power and sat in our empty kitchen and did it in there.
That's rough, dude. But I'm glad you're
Yeah,
back.
May was
and you're
interesting,
Well,
and,
so that was
you
a
know.
few. That was a few rough weeks, preceded by what 21 years of rough weeks before that.
I'm a little older than that, but I guess the bad weeks probably didn't start until I was about 3. So yeah.
Yeah, that's about what I'm trying to imply here. Glad you're doing okay. You got power. You got your health. Everything's coming up, Corey, as they say.
Everybody's been known to say that. People go to the rafters of their local stadiums and they chant it. And then they get mercilessly arrested by the law enforcement of the area because people don't think that it's cool, but it is cool.
Because it's all taking place in GTA, a reference to something that probably got cut out of the episode. Glad you're back, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it started to feel like all those weeks, all that rough stuff happening for you, that getting to sit down and record a podcast with you was becoming kind of an undying dream.
It was beginning to think that you were sent to the Cobalt Mines. I don't know. Mortal Kombat
Conquest, episode 8, Undying Dream. Should we just get right into it? And part of the commentary can be me talking about the people who made the show and everything.
Sure.
Are you all queued up?
Yes, I need to change tabs though.
Sure. Now, it's been a few weeks, so just as a reminder,
It's been a while. Sorry. I'm going to keep saying that.
I say round 8, 3, 2, 1, fight, and you hit play on fight. That is for not just you, but the listeners at home, so you don't need to be like, oh, I know, you've been through this every time.
We're going to tell Paul about commercials.
We're going to tell Paul about commercials. It's just Paul. Anyone else listening, you don't need to worry about it. It's only for Paul.
Yeah. In fact, I'm going to give a 5-second warning where I scream as loud as I can, and I want you to plug your ears, and then I will tell Paul about the commercial, and then I'll scream again. And the second scream, you can unplug your ears so you don't hear the thing that's just for Paul.
Yeah, exactly. I do have a noise, like a bleep out button I could just hold down.
Why not both?
I think we'll just go with the screaming thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time
So-
to see if I have it in me to commit to that or not. We'll find out in about 10 minutes.
Now I feel like I need to explain this. Our North American digital and DVD releases have commercial bumpers in the episodes that seem to be missing from the Australian DVD releases that our friend Paul has. So we always say commercial Paul when a commercial bumper pops up, and commercials over Paul when the commercial bumper returning to the episode happens. It's usually about 2 seconds a time, and nobody cares.
We
Let's
think
get
if
into
we
it.
say it enough times, we'll summon him into where we are and out of Australia, but we're not totally sure.
Right. It's like an outworld portal situation. Like the rules are messy.
It's like a Beetlejuice portal situation.
Like it's easy for a lot of people to teleport out of Australia or into, but for us, like we don't have the right crystal or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're
I
trying
just
this.
have quartz.
I think that it is actually a quartz in the show. So maybe you have the right thing. We'll
just
find
have
out in this
quartz.
episode.
Quartz 2, the sequel to Quartz.
That's this episode, dude, where that crystal comes back into play.
Oh, I know.
Amazon really needs to get their shit together with these fucking mobile apps.
I can't believe we're watching it on 2 different streaming sites. That just feels hilarious to me.
Are you ready, Corey?
Yeah.
Are you ready, listeners?
Yeah. Yeah, we are. Let's do it. We're not far away. We're just really small.
Why did that get me? I missed you, man. All right. Round 8. Fuck. All right, I gotta start over because my screen shut off and now I gotta go back into the episode.
Come on, guys. We're getting kind of impatient. Derek already hit play.
All right.
Classic fucking Derek.
Fucking Derek, chill out, dude.
Pause
it's happening
it, Derek.
now.
Fuck.
Round 8. Nope, I can't do it.
This has to stay in, obviously. If you know that. Neil, this part has to stay
All right.
in.
Round 8. 3, 2, 1, fight. Jesus Christ. I have like, my eyes are
Hey, that's where
watering.
Sub-Zero stood, isn't it?
It's exactly where Sub-Zero stood. I can't see straight.
Shit's just too hilarious.
God damn it.
Do it.
Oh. And women be shopping, am I right?
That's what this show thinks.
Is this the first episode we see Taja in the blue polo?
Is this the first episode we see Taja first?
It might be. What? It's Taja's dad. Who does not seem to be credited in the IMDb.
This song is kind of sick. Is this like the only music that sounds like this weird feudal medieval shit?
I think
Like
so far.
plucking on a harpsichord.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard this in any of the other episodes.
And it's got like flutes.
Why is this man not credited?
It's Taja, that's why.
It's Paolo Montalban with prosthetics. Oh, she found her daddy. That's so sweet. Oh, fuck.
Oh no, her dad was in hell.
And he's taking her with him. Pretty fucked, honestly. Intro. And my volume's a little loud in my ear. I gotta turn that down. Jesus Christ, dude. So this episode was written by Carl Ellsworth.
Kung Lao. Sorry, I had to say that.
You had to say it. Who wrote the Last House on the Left remake, I believe?
Oh, I can't wait to eventually do that. And they made another one and be insufferable about the connection.
And the Red Dawn remake. And, okay, Xena Warrior Princess. This must have been the episode I talked about Cleopatra 2525 on. He wrote 4 of those. And Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a Halloween episode. That was a good one, if I remember correctly. And Days of Thunder was directed by Tony Scott. Close that tab.
Glad we covered that one off again. Why is the frame rate on this so bad?
Oh, it's the CGI rendering. It's like
This looks like early CD-ROM.
it's like when you're playing the Danger Girl PlayStation 1 game and you get to those QuickTime events and it runs so slow you fail them every time, even
It's
though you're
just
playing
like that.
on actual hardware, not like emulation.
It's like playing the PS1 game based on the hit television show VIP.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
just like that.
I need to get a copy of that. Anyway, Taja's in the Cobalt Mines and Vorpax is here.
It's something funny about Vorpax saying that didn't take long at all. Like, you dumbass, I can't believe what you love your dead dad. Like, imagine
Right,
loving
can't-
your dead dad.
You
Vorpax is just like fucking
God,
idiot.
You such a mark for your dad.
Just like doing the big L on your forehead, just like loser loves her dad. Fucking dumbass. Shit.
And then her dad just ran off, or whoever that was. We don't know for sure it was her dad. Also,
I was
losing
gonna
my
make a
mind.
joke, but I realized that we don't know what Tasha's last name is.
We don't.
Because I was gonna say it was like Jeff Taja, but like the last name instead. But I was
Jeff
like, oh, I don't have a
Taja.
joke for that.
Maybe Taja is her last name.
Damn!
Oh fuck! Are you
Fucking
Jesus
got her
Christ?
ass.
Wow.
Oh, I gotta make clear that wasn't about a commercial. It was just the line. Don't worry
Yeah.
about the yell. It'll sound different when it's the commercial.
Yes, it will. Yeah, that was not the commercial yell.
Why are you looking
That
for
was
a
the-
job? So good.
unbelievable line. Both, that whole exchange was, a little wild, honestly. So Shang Tsung's got Taja here to bait Kung Lao into coming to the Cobalt Mines.
Which will succeed because that's the only thing that has ever happened to Kung Lao ever.
Yeah. Was this the start of... No, clearly was not the start of him getting baited into some dumb shit, right?
No, certainly not.
That
It is the
happens
first
a lot.
time somebody has gone to Outworld other than the people who were already there.
I think so. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, it's Jola. I mean, Jola went.
Yeah, but yeah.
As far as our
she doesn't
heroes
count.
going
She
into
doesn't matter.
Outworld, not so much. This episode was directed by Rick Jacobson, who directed some Ash versus Evil Dead, which is a good show. Some Xenas. Hey, some Cleopatra 2525s. And this also must have been when we first brought up Baywatch Nights, because he directed a couple of those. And what the fuck is Blood Fist 8 Trained to Kill?
Blood Fist 8?
Blood Fist 8 Trained to Kill.
I've Googled Blood Fist 7 just to see if that helps clarify anything. Stars
Okay.
Dawn the Dragon Wilson.
Yep. As Rick Cowan.
Blood Fist 7 Manhunt. A former Special Forces agent, Don the Dragon Wilson, finds himself embroiled in police corruption and accused of murder.
There's 8 of these at least.
A teen, John Patrick White, learns his nerdy math teacher father, Don the Dragon Wilson, is an ex-CIA operative hunted by... I'm sorry, that song was also cool sounding.
This is good.
I just
This
wanted to make
soundtrack's
that
good.
clear.
Oh shit, it's Burly Prisoner, dude.
Why has this episode been the only one with, like, distinct music from the rest of them?
Jonathan Sloat was in a mood when he scored this one.
Like, listen
This
to this
is
shit.
yeah. Okay, Zhujin.
The first song had, like fake pan flute, and this is, like, the Chemical Brothers.
Yeah, Jonathan Sloat got a new synthesizer or like a new keyboard. He got like a new Casio, and he was like, "I'm gonna really
use
go
all the
for it.
settings on this. I can't wait to set this
Got
to like
to.
Casanova.
I have to justify the purchase because I built it to the production."
I think the portal sounds are coming from inside the house.
Oh shit! They haven't even they didn't even know that Taja didn't make it home. This is the one where they are just terrible friends.
Oh fuck! I forgot about this.
Oh no!
It can't be real. It isn't. Kung Lao just instantly is like, "This is bullshit." Kung Lao, you don't have to talk, or Shang Tsung, you don't have to talk like that. You can just talk normally.
What if he tried to do a Taja voice? What if it was Bruce Locke trying to sound like
Hey guys,
Taja? It's me. Shang Tsung has me.
the
Come
world's
get
biggest
me.
fan of Mortal Kombat Conquest is here. Mortal Podcast is here.
Yeah, well, maybe we don't promote the other show that people confuse with our show all the time. The names aren't even similar. Not really.
They're so funny. Can I just say really quick?
Yeah.
This is fucking insane. Like, this level of caution from
Yeah.
Kung Lao is kind of insane because he's like, look, she wakes up early. Am I right?
Yeah. Like this is
Shang
this is
Tsung
a
knows
prank.
what she looks like, probably.
He's
Right?
But what an absurd, because he gave him like a time to go to the portal, right?
Yeah.
So what a
Parking
terrible
lot
plan
after school.
for Kung Lao to be like, no, he's clearly pretending he took her so that I'll go there in hours, leaving me a window of time to actually find that she's not already there. Like, that's a terrible strategizing. Kung Lao, you got a lot to learn still, buddy.
Okay, let's split up and look for clues.
Yes. This is the one where they find clues that lead absolutely fucking nowhere.
Skeleton wall.
Yeah.
Again, this music is so fucking sick.
It's good. It's really good. I really wish they had released a soundtrack, like a score. They released like no shortage of other Mortal Kombat albums. Okay, so this is David L. Horner, credited as Burly Prisoner.
Who could forget?
He's got 4 credits. Thunder in Paradise, that show with Hulk Hogan in it that I think filmed in Tampa.
It's a ball, Kung Lao. Shut the what do you mean?
The Bola Ball.
Oh yeah.
This is the Bola Ball. This is where we get introduced to the seedy
Your
underworld
boyfriend.
of street gambling in Jujin.
I know
Walker,
you're doing
Texas
the credits, but just really
Ranger.
quick.
Yeah.
This episode very suddenly becomes very stylistically distinct from the rest of them in a way that I really like.
The way it cuts back and forth between
Well, and
like,
also
constantly.
just like even just musically, and also just being in the Cobalt Mines like long term. And
Yeah, man.
Just it's like we're gonna throw all this at the wall and just see how it goes. And Taja gets to fight and not instantly lose.
Sure, yeah, she's kicking some ass. But this guy's so burly though.
He's such a burly prisoner.
Bam, right in the fucking face, and the dick too. She kicked him in the dick. This guy was also in Sheena and Mortal Kombat Conquest as burly prisoner in this episode. That's all I got on David Horner.
These are some good kicks. You'd think he'd start moving from side to side maybe to avoid the kicks.
Oh, he's too burly.
He's
He can't
simply
move that
too
fast.
burly.
He seems like he would be an extra on like Sons of Anarchy or something. You know? So she did like a Sonya style leg grab a minute ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know me, I don't remember where I ended up on the theory and if she was like an early Blade. Hey, Vorpax.
Are we like 14 seconds behind each other? You really waited there to do the hey Vorpax.
Well, I was
First of all,
talking. Yeah, we're a little bit off.
commercial's back.
We're like 3 seconds off, maybe.
How did that happen?
I don't know, dude. I'll fix it.
This
in
is going to be
editing.
fun and interesting.
I don't even remember what I was saying.
Anyway,
yeah, I was-
go ahead. I don't want you to forget again.
Theorizing if Taja is like an ancestor of Sonya Blade or Johnny Cage, and I think I landed on Johnny Cage probably.
I think we did.
Yeah, that's all. Just trying to remember.
I do like that this is also an additional moment of being able to acknowledge that Vorpax is really just here to do whatever helps Vorpax,
Yeah,
but also just that like as we're hearing there's a reason for it, like that it just actually fucking sucks. And
yeah,
it helps reinforce that like Vorpax is the sympathetic one.
sure, yeah, and the best character in the show.
One of the best characters in the
Either
show.
way.
And the one with the most nuance and the one who's having fun with a shovel.
So here's my thing, Corey, on my video that I'm watching on Amazon Prime. Thank you, Jeff Bezos, you son of a bitch. I think my video is a couple seconds behind yours, and my audio is a couple seconds behind my video.
How? Okay.
It got unsynced somehow.
It's been too long since we've done a podcast.
We're gonna roll with it, man.
Oh,
What
we
can
have
we
to.
do?
We have to. We have to.
Yeah. I remember when we covered this, just discussion wise, we did all the Taja stuff and all the Kung Lao stuff separately. So her dad makes her dad makes bola balls.
It's her favorite golden ball. Why? Imagine saying sort of and just being like, why are you making this conversation more confusing for this person than it needs to be?
How have they lived in Jujin where the manufacturer of the bola balls is, and the merchant is always in the market, and their friend always goes to this merchant in the market, and they're like, "What the fuck is this game?" It's like
Yeah. It is
official
weird that they
game
don't
of
know
the
what this
city.
is. It's almost nonsense that they don't know what this is.
Sure, I mean, Ciro knew the Black Dragon, he knew the Lin Kuei, but bola ball? Are you fucking kidding me?
And she
Never heard of
definitely
it.
has a point, because it's funny how this is the episode where they're like, oh yeah, we're bad friends. But it's that
Sure.
thing where it's just like, yeah, you're telling me that you didn't know like what your friend does when she has
Right.
free time. Like,
Yeah.
or that you went and
unreal.
asked around about where she was, and the answer that you got was from nobody who knew that she was out here fucking gaming. I fucking forgot about fucking Walk in here, guy.
What are you gonna do? Hey, it's
Hey,
me.
oh, ooh, ah.
You guys cops? You got to tell me if you is cops,
You
right?
legally have to tell me if you're a cop.
Not that it matters.
I do kind of like that this dude is like being sarcastic by way of being like, if not protective, at least like the appropriate kind of disinterested
Sure.
in what Taja may or may not be doing.
Yeah.
God, this
They found
dude
him
is so
dead
funny.
in the
I fucking
river.
love this guy.
It's good.
And then this guy is fucking like, hey, it's me, Beefcake Man.
Stefan. Played by James Hyde.
Also, wouldn't he know where she lives and that she lives with two dudes that are
Clearly.
these dudes? Like,
No. I don't think that this guy knows Taja all that well. I think he's talking shit, you know?
right.
You know, like he's trying to like be the dominant man in the conversation.
Yeah, the titular dominant man.
We all have that friend who like acts like they're more with a person than they actually are.
Yeah,
if you think
wouldn't
you
know-
don't have
you
that
wouldn't-
friend,
No, you just
you are
wouldn't-
that friend.
You wouldn't know her. She goes to a different school in the United States of America.
Was that what you guys would do? Was that the joke there? You wouldn't know her. She lives in the States.
I'm sure we
'Cause-
did that. Yeah.
Because you probably couldn't do you wouldn't know her. She lives in Canada.
No, but
right.
I did make that joke the other day, just in real life. And
Nice.
I feel like it's funnier to do it that way, to be completely honest.
It is funny.
You wouldn't know her. She lives where we live.
So James Hyde, who plays Stefan, the man we just spoke about.
Iconic world's greatest shot of Shang Tsung. Sorry.
Here he is eating his bowl of lizards. Yeah. Several seconds behind your Shang Tsung eating lizards.
So was yours happening after mine?
I think so. Yeah. As far as I can tell. It doesn't matter. It's all fine. We're within like 5 seconds. I don't. Stefan was on an episode of Sex in the City, like a season 1 episode. That's all I got. Oh, and he was on Passions for 250 episodes. It's a lot of episodes. Gross.
Yeah, being able to see Vorpax play all the angles here is just great. And it also underscores
is.
how fucking terrible all of these dudes are.
Yeah. It's consistent too, because we've only ever seen her interacting with Shang Tsung, so all her Shang Tsung interactions are like the same, right? But then we're seeing the truth when she's like interacting with Taja.
Yes, Hero, we knew that part. Shang Tsung. Yeah, man. Yes.
He's like
that was the whole problem that we had.
he's like, where have I heard that name before?
Hey, she's my friend too. Fuck you.
Yeah. I'm obsessed that there's 8 Blood Fist movies, dude.
Yeah, of course there are.
There's a Blood Fist collection.
Yeah, what else would there be? I don't.
Can we watch one of these?
Hold on. How many of these came out in 1995? That's the thing that's getting me. So far, the answer is 6, 7. 6 and 7 came out in 1995.
They filmed back to back like the Lord of the Rings sequels, probably.
Hold on. Blood Fist 5 doesn't have Don the Dragon Wilson. Wait, no, it does, but he's
Oh.
not listed in the main cast on Google.
Is Blood Fist 5 Tokyo Drift?
Blood Fist 5 is called Human Target. Blood Fist 6 is Ground Zero.
Blood Fist 4 Die Trying.
Blood Fist 3 is Forced to Fight.
These are
Blood
incredible.
Fist 4 Die Trying.
Die Trying.
Blood Fist 4 We Lost.
Gary Daniels is in one of these. Why do I? Oh, he's Kano in Mortal Kombat 10 Generations. Yeah. And other stuff.
Yeah, what other choice did she have though? Think about this.
Right. Yeah. Taja really needs to examine her privilege as a street urchin.
And then you'll find a shovel and you'll do some shit.
Yeah. Does it make Vorpax a shovel knight? Hey yo.
Oh yeah.
There she is.
Finally.
The famous Kung Lao's side piece.
Sorry to bother you. I need the shit I left at your fucking house. I know it's really late and I didn't call or nothing, but like it's literally life and death, and I'm not trying to fuck right now. I'm definitely not. Seriously, please don't even think that I am.
This is the only time I'm not. Such a weird. Do I have a credit for her? Hold on.
How did the Cobalt Mines get bigger than some realms?
There must be some small realms. Oh shit, dude. Colin Douglas was Bola guy. That was our "Hey, I'm walking here" guy.
Hey.
Catch him on an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And, sorry, 3 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And he was in a True Blood. But I believe Garcia Hyde Su Ling, I can't tell. Their photos are not on IMDb. But I believe she is Kung Lao's lady in the city. She was also on VIP as a foam waitress. I'll have to watch that episode to confirm.
Yeah, Vorpax, why would you have? You've never talked.
You never met before, I don't think. This is the first time.
This just isn't a thing that would have happened.
It's like, I follow you on Facebook, but you never post about these things. I had no idea.
It does sort of feel like the show is making up for, like, man, we don't let Taja do shit.
Right. Let's give her a backstory finally about how her whole family went missing and she has no idea what happened to them. I do like that this sort of connects to the idea set up in the Black Dragon episode about the Black Dragon selling mortals.
We also
into
know that it's
slavery in
100
Outworld.
levels. They could be
Sure.
on
Like,
any
it's
of
like
these 100 levels.
Dante's Inferno, right?
Yeah, or
Taj. They should have called it Taja's Inferno.
I was gonna make a joke about fuck it. Never mind. I can't remember what the thing is called.
Got a lot of crystals in that box, dude.
Yeah, some of them are just for like fun.
You think she got them from like Omegus or Kiryananka's place?
I like how she's like, you definitely have time to, like stick
we
around
can-
and do some shit, right? And he's like, no, I have to
Yeah.
like look, I know I'm being really annoying, but it's literally life and death right now. I gotta fucking
Right.
split, dude.
She's like, well, I'll let you do that thing you've been wanting to do. Right?
Borrow your crystals.
This does make up for the fact that Taja was not in the last episode at all.
It does. It also it does still ring a little bit of compensation though. So
Right. We're still spending a lot of time with the boys, although it's not making them look good. It's making them look like fools. Yeah, they should really have like N95 masks if they're working in a mine, at least, right?
probably something like that.
Yeah, just the air quality's not good. Maybe get a few canaries down there, so that they know. I do love seeing so much of the Cobalt
This just
Mines.
looks like
These
a
sets-
haunted house, and this music just makes it sound like a haunted
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, it does. These sets rule. The whole show should take place down here as far as I'm concerned.
The whole show should sound like a haunted house.
It should. We're not going to get that until
Like, look at this shot and tell me this is not just a haunted house.
100% it is. This is more of a scary, spooky episode than the spooky episode. The Halloween special. All right, Corey, I got a question for you.
Like a trivia question, or
Yeah, kind of. Why do they call it oven
yeah,
when you oven cold food?
of out hot, eat the food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't believe I remembered the wording. I think Vorpax like barely sold that. Like the don't worry, I found her.
She's
like
fine.
She makes that call like a split second before like
Yeah.
he comes around the corner completely.
Sure. I'm wondering if like she should have just told Taja like, hey, this is a secret. If we bump into Shang Tsung, I'm gonna have to like not be cooperative with you, but I'll get you out, you know? Like I don't know if Taja would believe her, but portal time.
Where have you been? Wait, why does he say that like Joe Biden? Like,
Bro, you said it at the exact same time as he did on my audio. That's nuts.
that's awesome.
That's how the listeners are going to hear it. Uh-oh. Pew, 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 pew. Portal time. Right. No, just why... Kung Lao misses the point, right? Like, he should always take backup, because if he dies, Earthrealm is fucked. You know? He's always trying to, like, leave everybody at home to protect them.
Sorry, we were just going into Tron.
Oh, was that a commercial break?
Oh, I think there was. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
This whole one is fucked. Like,
Yeah. It's fine. It'll work out. I'm not fixing anything in editing either. It's just going out.
I can't explain it. I saw my father here.
Father.
Now we have all three of them. And all so easily.
What an easy, like,
how is Shang Tsung like, this is too easy? What's your plan? It's like you trapped me in another realm.
this is the most successful Shang Tsung plan has been so far. You know? Like, it worked.
Demands, Kung Lao, but you still lose, Shang Tsung. You can't kill me. Rest assured, Kung Lao. There are plenty of prisoners here, not bound.
Oh, snap.
Imagine thinking that you found a guy who could kill Kung Lao better than you could, and
Yeah,
your magic.
who's been imprisoned in the Cobalt Mines. I mean, that was kind of the setup of the show. Right? That there was an army of warriors in the Cobalt Mines that they could send to kill Kung Lao. I like that we see the dudes in the red hats from the movie as the Outworld guards. That's pretty sick. That's a good shot. That overhead like shot of when Cyril was walking past everyone, like that was a good shot. This fight I remember being really good too.
This fucking song again.
Yeah, man.
All of this music.
This is like everything, like Jonathan Sloat leveled up between doing the score for Defenders of the Realm into this. Like, he got twice as good. Yeah, this fight rules. But I think this fighter is going to do the thing that they always do that makes them lose when they're winning, which is stop fighting the way they've been fighting and fight a different way. You know? Bro, that headbutt. Did you see that?
How could I miss it?
That diving, flying headbutt. So this is just like straight up monkey style kung fu right here. Yeah, so now he's changing up his moves to fight with swords, and he's going to start losing.
Shang
Zero
Tsung's like, I've got
wins.
3 other guys.
Flawless victory, according to the rules of these movies and TV shows.
That guy was actually holding 3 swords.
A taste of things to come, right? The classic Shang Tsung line. Trying to see that if that fighter. I can't tell which one was him listed in stunts. Stunt fighter Sultan Udin is in this episode. We knew that. He's in like all of them from now on. Taja runs off. Annoying. And now Shang Tsung's got the crystals, dude. Yeah.
Crazy that we just had that lying around.
This is like the only bit of like real continuity in these early episodes of something from a previous episode coming back. For those who don't remember, this crystal was the one that Sub-Zero and the Lin Kuei were after in like episode 3. Which maybe that's why they opened with that shot of where Sub-Zero was standing in that episode, dude. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Now
Skeleton
we get to
wall.
Yeah, dude. It's such a good special effect. I wish there was more shit like this in this show. I can't stress it enough, man. Like, this stuff is rad. And then there's going to be that scene where she's, like, walking through, like, the hanging bodies and stuff. Which might be right now.
Again, extreme haunted house vibes, but in a way that's, like,
Yes.
cool. This is like what if Jungle Run was haunted?
What if Jungle Run was haunted by the ghosts of disappointed children?
No, they all died in there. If you didn't make it out of the, like, the puzzle room at the end, you just died.
Like, yeah, game over. Sorry, kid. Yeah, this is tight, dude. This is like some real Mortal Kombat
Vorpax
shit,
is
you
just
know
here
what I mean?
again.
She's everywhere, man. Taja's like half-ass pinching her nose.
Yeah, not even really. She's more just like,
Like,
bracing for some kind of.
well, I guess they're not dead yet. They're dying. So she's just like waiting for the, like, as soon as they die, they're gonna.
One of them's dead. The rest of them still have skin, but this one's dead.
Ah, gross. Was that a worm crawling through its mouth? That was tight.
Why are you still helping me? Game's up. No.
Vorpax is getting kind of like angry.
Like, why don't you trust me? Why don't you
Right.
trust my self-interest and trust in you?
Because you've been back and forth. You're like that Katy Perry song. You're hot, then you're cold, etc. Right?
It's just like that.
Vorpax changes her mind like a girl changes clothes. Hey, yo.
The souls of the others are mine. It's this iconic phrase.
You're reading it the exact fucking same. You're saying it at the exact same time as it's coming up on mine.
And it sounds like a fucking genius.
Yeah. You've done it a few times.
They waited weirdly a long time to grab the cage, and then Shang Tsung just looks at them like, "Yeah, fucking dumbass! Did you not see that just appear from the sky?"
You
Commercial
also
ball.
stood still while I made it, which was dumb.
Commercial's over, Paul. Oh my God.
Still going on for me. It's over now. Okay. All right, it's over now.
This is not good.
It's fine. Again, it's gonna be synced up, with the audio on my side. So you're the one who looks like an insane person.
Not right now. I don't. I don't know. Oh,
How do you keep
geez,
getting
Zero.
these
I don't know. How could a dead father be here? I don't know.
God, you sound like the Bola guy. What's going on?
I'm walking here.
Kyle Watt as mob leader voice. Was there a mob? Was he like, oh, he must have been the guy running around going like, they're over here. Look over there. Right?
Right.
Yeah. He was in Carlito's Way. He's in Mortal Kombat 11 also as mob leader. What the fuck?
That's awesome. Also, he should get out of Carlito's way, maybe. He's trying to get
What
through.
is going on? Mortal Kombat Legacy, mob leader, Mortal Kombat.
You'll see Shang Tsung's area. She said the thing.
They just heard it on my end.
Just past the torture chamber, you'll see Shang Tsung's area.
Bro, what is going on?
What?
This guy, Kyle Wyatt, mob leader in this episode of Mortal Kombat Conquest, is credited as mob leader in every Mortal Kombat thing.
That's awesome.
Is he the guy who like yells Mortal Kombat in the Mortal Kombat? Yeah. Genesis commercial 1 and 2, Mortal Monday commercial. He's the guy who says Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, Mortal Kombat Rebirth, Legacy, every single fucking. That's crazy. I have to send you this guy's IMDb. And now I have to Google the fuck out of this guy. He was also in Carlito's Way. Let's not forget that.
And Unsolved Mysteries. And America's Funniest
Yes.
People.
The
Mortal
iconic
Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. Mob leader.
The Mortal Kombat scream that is used in all games, videos, DVDs, movie soundtracks, and even the techno song is him. And that landed him an extra role in Carlito's Way alongside Al Pacino. Yeah, so this is the guy who
Does he
screams
yell Mortal Kombat at Al Pacino?
It's been a while since I've seen Carlito's Way, but I'm pretty sure he does.
She's on her own side, Taja. Figure it out. See?
Oh, yeah, there. She just told us.
Oh
She
my
works
God.
for herself. She's like, why do they call it oven?
Vorpax is like, this no longer benefits me.
No, she's got a better plan.
No, I know, but the way that she was trying to play it was like,
Right. Well, she needs them to play along, I guess.
yeah.
I just love that there's just tools laying around to break out of stone cages because they're in a
Kick that he
mine.
does, it's just like,
Yeah.
dude, I kicked so fucking hard.
Kill him. Bruce Locke looks really good as Shang Tsung. I don't think I've said it enough during these commentaries. More fights. Have I made the bold claim that I prefer Bruce Locke over Kerry Tagawa?
You definitely have.
Okay.
I don't think that's that outlandish a thing to say.
Saying it, I think it ultimately comes down to just spending so much more time with Bruce Locke in the role, you know?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And also, he's good.
He's also really fucking good.
Goes both ways.
Yeah. Bam. Oh, the classic Kung Lao split jump kick. We love to see it.
We love to have seen it. Seconds prior.
I cannot believe I just learned about Kyle Wyatt. I'm such a fake fan.
I'm sure a lot of people don't know about Kyle Wyatt.
Sure. Now everybody knows. I am not seeing JJ Perry on here. Christopher Leps is stunt doubling as Paolo Montalban in these fights. He was in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and The Mandalorian. And some Walking Deads. I don't see anyone credited for Taja's stand-in. I think that might have been Kristana Loken doing most of that.
The music again. It's good for what it's worth. I just think it's funny.
I know. I'm okay. Dana He is credited for stunts, so she must have been doing Taja's fights. No, I know. Everyone knows you love the music. The music is very, very good.
But it's just funny how like this episode is just so hardcore about it.
I know. And we're never going to really get it again. Maybe we just didn't pay enough attention the first time.
Huh?
Boom. Taja got the crystal.
Also, Paolo Montalban just sounding genuinely excited. It's just like,
Yeah. He's like, now I can go. I have an excuse to go back to see my lady.
not with this disco ball.
She really wants to stay. I'm glad that they fucking got her. Oh. Have we seen Vorpax like secretly working for Shao Kahn yet? Or is that what's about to happen?
I think it's what's about to happen.
Okay, spoiler alert. Everybody.
Commercial, Paul.
Commercial, Paul.
Commercial's over, Paul.
Hold on, Paul. It's not over yet. Now it's over.
Taja has changed shirt colors. If we want to write that on a list.
Her lavender polo. Would you call that lavender?
Like a lilac kind of color.
Lilac. Shirtless Zero. Nobody's gonna complain about that.
Nope. No, sir.
Daniel Bernhardt, come on the show, please.
Yeah, dude, shit.
We won't make it weird.
No. It's a guarantee.
Oh God, this sets up another thing that they never fucking follow up on, do they? Because the show got canceled after one season, unjustly and unfairly.
They should just bring it back now.
They should. Everyone still looks good, right? It makes sense that they could set it years later. Thematically, it'll work for
or
the
just
storyline.
don't set it years later. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Well, if they're like everyone's back from being killed at the end of this one, but like clearly they're older, right? But that's what's going to happen. People are going to
Give
age.
me a legacy sequel.
Introduce a new gang of combat crew members.
It's your dad. He's
Right?
He's in the bag.
It's just a finger. Is your dad's finger. But they never pick this plot thread up ever again.
No.
Do you think it was like a gift from Vorpax?
Can Vorpax send in like inter-realm mail?
Maybe the slave trader. She's like, here, take this back. I'll give you a sack of lizards.
Ew.
That's what they eat in the Cobalt Mines.
Ew.
Episode over.
Thumbs down. Mine's been over. Catch up.
Well, the credits are running.
This is going to be fascinating.
Relax.
I'm not relaxed.
What do you think about this one?
This one's good, man. This one's great.
This is a good episode. I like this one. It's fun.
Again, it gives
obviously
us significantly more nuance to characters that up to this point have basically not had any. So that's always fun. Like, let's really get in there. Let's build, you know?
We got to hang out with Taja a lot. We learned a lot about Vorpax. Learned a lot about both of them. Two kind of underdeveloped characters in the series so far.
Yeah.
Now we know a lot more about both of them.
And it looks like a haunted house, and it has a hilariously good soundtrack.
Really, really good soundtrack. This one, I'm going to give it 8 out of 8 air horns.
I was giving you. I wasn't sure if air horns were gonna play or not.
Oh, yeah, I have that technology, don't I?
Yeah. I mean, it's. Yeah, no, it's.
That was
6 to 8.
That was only 7. So let me get one more. Okay, 7.5. Got 7.5 air horns. What do you score it on a scale of 6 to 8 air horns, Corey? I'm bringing it back.
I'll make it 7 just so you can hit it once.
Okay. Surprised you didn't go 6 to make me try to cut it off early. All right, we did it. Another commentary in the bag. Next week, what are we doing? Do you want to do time to start BattleWave? Do you think?
Oh yeah. Sure. Why not?
I think it's time to start Mortal Kombat BattleWave, man.
BattleWave.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check the order, the reading order, you know, because the way they released those comics was just buck wild and insane.
Yeah, on brand as ever.
Yeah, like I think the one shots, like the Baraka, Kung Lao, and Katana Melina one shots, are kind of interspersed in BattleWave, but I think it just makes sense to hold off on those until the end. Personally,
right.
So I think we're just gonna go the first half of BattleWave, issues 1 through 3, next episode. And I've got a Befrienders of the Realm with Josh from the Combat Time podcast that is either coming out right before this episode or right after it. I haven't decided yet.
Listener, you'll know.
That's going to be some bonus content in the feed. And then we'll be jumping into Mortal Kombat comic books, which I'm excited for. I'm really hoping it's a return to the Blood and Thunder era versus the Special Forces era.
The Blunder era.
Right. Alrighty, but let's get out of here. Guys, have I ever once said alrighty?
Alrighty,
before?
Folks. Let's get on. Let's skedaddle out of these bad
Oakley
boys.
dokley. God damn it.
Zoinks.
We gotta figure our shit out. And by we, I mean me. Corey, what do you got going on?
Other podcasts, theoretically, as soon as I'm able to do them, which is really only sort of coming up again now. They made another one, podcasts, sequels, movies, remakes, and stuff. Liam and Mitch do it with me. Neil's on it sometimes, so sometimes it's with us. They made another. It has been a while. We'll get there. They made another on Twitter, and they made another one on all your podcast services. We're also getting back to my F1 podcast, which was even harder to try to schedule than before the virus and Mother Nature intervened. So Strat 2 will have episodes eventually. I'll probably plug it with a little bit more enthusiasm when they're up, so there's new stuff to go listen to. But and then you can follow me on Twitter at Mr. Corey Price.
Nice. You can follow me on Twitter
I never
at
got to
Final
scream,
Neil.
so I should probably have. Should I scream once? I never really got to scream. I didn't do it.
Give me a scream. I'll add it in post.
Okay, just randomly. What?
Give me 2 screams.
Should it be like a funny scream?
Well, what I'm saying is I'll paste it over the commercial breaks.
Right. What kind of scream should I do?
It's
Like
dealer's
a funny,
choice,
like a
man.
funny high pitched scream,
Yeah.
and like a normal one.
Give me a high pitched one for going into the commercial, and then a normal one for coming out.
Should I
of them.
back up from the mic?
Probably.
Okay. This is gonna be so embarrassing. Such an embarrassing thing to do.
It's all staying in the episode. Didn't even come through.
It still peaked pretty hard, even though I rolled away.
Okay.
Then I'll do a quiet.
Yeah, do a quieter one.
That's so embarrassing.
Was that it?
What do you mean? Was that?
Was that the
other
scream?
one's funnier.
Okay.
The other one's like significantly funnier. Fuck.
Mr. Corey Price on Twitter. They made another one in your
Can't
podcast.
believe you didn't hear that.
You can find me, I think I said it already, on Twitter at Final Neil, Instagram at Final Neil Retro. Follow the podcast, Twitter and Instagram at MK Podquest, mkpodquest.com. Go to our website, find links to services, merch store, ways to support the show, YouTube channel, etc. We'll be back next week for Mortal Kombat Blood and Thunder. Nope. We'll be back next week for Mortal Kombat BATTLEWAVE issues 1 through 3. It starts off insanely, just so you know, Corey.
We're doing 3? Shit, okay.
Issues 1 through 3.
Okay.
Yeah. The way we've done the other ones.
I thought we did. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
It's all right, man.
I'm sorry.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure this out. We'll get back in our groove. I, for instance, have been drinking a Coke with coffee, 0 sugar this entire time and didn't even bring it up until the end of the episode.
It's not funny. Like, we need funnier drinks than that. That's all.
Yeah. Somebody needs to send us that Coca-Cola Pixel.
Yeah, because we've decided we don't have it in us to buy it.
No, we're not doing that. Are you kidding me? It's like $18 for 2 cans. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's where we draw the line.
We'll talk about it next time.